So about 2 months ago, I made a video about how I switched to high sensitivity in Fortnite and why I did it, the pros and the cons, and just a bunch of stuff. But as I soon realized, and as you guys pointed out very quickly, it's not actually a high sensitivity. I went from a low sensitivity to like a medium sensitivity. And what I wanted to do like around a week ago, I decided, you know what, let's actually go to high sensitivity. Especially since the old sensitivity was just not as good as I thought it was. But I wanted some guidance. I didn't just want to mess around with the numbers. So I decided to go and switch to a pro player's sensitivity. And no, it's not who you think it is. It's actually Sypher PK's controller sensitivity. He just recently switched, so I decided I'd copy his settings. So for Sypher's build and edit sense, I beforehand had a 1.8 multiplier, build multiplier, and then I switched it to a 2.2. So, and then edit sense from a 1.2 to a 2.0. So the edit sense there is a lot higher than my previous one, and the build sense is also a lot higher. And then for horizontal speed and vertical speed, I went from 40% on both to 42% on both. So not that much of an increase, and I like how they're still both even numbers, the same number, so that shouldn't be too hard to get used to. And then on those two horizontal and vertical speeds, my boost, I used to use boosts, and now he doesn't use boost, so I decided I will not use a boost. And then ADS horizontal and ADS vertical went from 7% on each, which was pretty low. Like, I did realize I was kind of low, and that's the main thing I wanted to switch to 16% and 14%. 16 being horizontal and 14 being vertical. So a double, more than double for horizontal and exactly double for vertical. So that one is going to take a while to probably get used to. But also I did have boosts on both of those, and I got rid of both those boosts. And after I switched, I decided to just go into a creative and test out the building by just like cranking, testing out 90s, testing out everything. And unfortunately, a lot of things didn't record. I'm having this problem a lot. But, so yeah, as you can see, I recorded my very first trying of 90s, and the sensitivity felt really high with building. But it didn't take that long to get really used to it, and what I really felt was that it didn't feel that much different from my actual sensitivity, even though I increased it a lot. Like, I think the only reason I started off really bad, my 90s were just terrible, was because I hadn't warmed up yet, so they'd usually be pretty bad at that point. And yeah, by the end, but after like cranking for like 10-15 minutes, I could already start to edit, start to do 90s very easily, and side jumps and tunneling and retakes, and I could all kind of do that. So it didn't take that long to adjust, which was kind of surprising. But the biggest thing I noticed, edit sensitivity felt so high. And I think that's what's going to happen when you have a 2.0 multiplier on edit sensitivity. It felt really high. And so that kind of felt too high. That would probably be a con. And then I decided to just play some creative fill and test out my aim. And again, the aim did not feel almost any different. And one thing I love about the sensitivity, the ADS speed. My old ADS speed was just too slow. I'm so glad I switched, because this ADS speed, my SMG tracking is so much better. I feel like since I play on controller, the aim assist just works a lot better now that my ADS is so much faster. And yeah, as you can see, I'm not missing SMG shots, but what I am missing is pump shots, because I'm not ADSing. And when I'm non-ADS, aiming is a lot harder, and it's still something I definitely have to get used to. But I definitely do feel like it's improving, especially without the boosts. I used to play with boosts, so like flicking pump shots, so far I'm terrible at them because I'm used to the boosts. But so far, this sensitivity seems pretty good. It's all just about getting used to it, and yeah, I'll be back in a week to see how I liked it in the final conclusion. So for the final conclusion, basically, I've adjusted to it almost immediately. I feel like I'm just as good, if not better, than I was before. My pump shots are now hitting and I can kind of edit. I think the editing thing is the only thing that is taking me a while to adjust, but I really like the sensitivity. But I feel like I could even go higher, and I do like it, and I like that it's a lot higher than my old one, and my snipes just feel a lot better. So overall, I think it's a good switch. If you're any lower than Sypher settings, I definitely recommend switching. If you're new to controller, switch to Sypher settings. I feel like it's a really good deal, and I definitely recommend. But what I wanted to let you guys know is that I